Good morning and welcome to Tafawa Balewa Cricket Oval, the home of cricket and the venue for the Super 6 competition of the Club Cricket Committee League. A big day, a big game for both teams. Penultimate game for Island Titans Cricket Club and the final game for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1, the defending champion. The toss of the coin was conducted some minutes ago, and the captain of Island Titans Cricket Club, Sunil, won the toss and elected to field, thereby putting the captain of Ibeju, Chima, to bat. And having a conversation with the two captains, Sunil said, looking at the condition of the pitch, he decided to bowl first after winning the toss because he wants the pitch to dry by the time they will be batting in the second innings. But let me quickly run you through the Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1 full squad for today's game. Big game for them. Chima Kachiku captain, Ajekum Daniel, Aigbe Miracle, David Abibode, James Chuku, Ridwan Karim, Mustafa Yusuf, Okeke Bonaventure, Sheye Olympio, Solomon Chilemaya, Prosper Husseini, and Miracle Ikaige. No place for Ridwan Karim. And for Island Titans Cricket Club, should be giving you their full squad in a jiffy. Sunil Richpal, the captain, Abolari Rashid, Ayoku Karim, who was very, very good with the ball last weekend. Itwa Lucky, Olaleye Elijah, Sulaiman Rushewe, Taiwo Muhammad, Shesan Adedeji, Rafik Mohammed, Venkat Sundram, Zain Awan, and Nazim Sheikh is the 12th man.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning, everyone, and it's good to have you back on this and the mics again with you, with Shell. Redwan Abdulkarim is actually playing. You just missed his name there. He's right there. He's going to definitely play in this game because they know how crucial this game is for them. It's 1 point that just separates these two sides from each other. And quickly, Shell, just look at the point table. What we're more focused on is the Super 6 point table. Now, both Ibeju, I think the technical director is currently working on that. But nonetheless, just what we've seen, Sheo, Ibeju needs to win this game. If Ibeju wins this game, they go 7 points on the table. If Ibeju loses this game, Island Titans goes 6 points on the table, which means they have one more game against the
Federal Government College Warrior Student Association.
Exactly, which would be a very good decider because both sides would actually have to try as much as possible to get huge points there. Quickly, if the director could help us out with the point table. And there you have it, Channel. Now, just look at the way it is. Island Titans is currently turned on the table with 4 points. If they beat Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, they go 6th on the table. Do you understand? They go top of the table with 6 points. If Ibeju wins, they go 7 points on the table, which means Federal Government College Warri would have to beat Island Titans in order for them to be able to catch up with Ibeju Lekki. If Federal Government College beats Island Titans next week, this league will be decided by point table. As I beg your pardon, by net run rates.
You can say that again. Our two umpires for today, call them Mr. Consistency. It won't be out of place. Umpire Wale Adekoya and umpire Sukomi Odedele. The standing umpire is Wale Adekoya and the square leg umpire is Sukomi Odedele. The two opening batters for Ibeju, Agiekum Daniel, Nigeria's opening batter, and David Abibode, the non-striker. Daniel Agiekum, coincidentally, is the coach of Island Titans Cricket Club. But all those will be put aside as this is a big game. Coming for the Court of Appeal end, Nigeria's bowler Taiwo Mohammed. Good start. They want to go for one more. Oh, what a great start for Ibeju. Massive game for both teams. Speaking with the captain of Island Titans Cricket Club, Sonny Richpal, who is asleep. He said, we know the prowess, the batting prowess that this Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1 has got, but we just want to reduce them to anything 100. And for the captain of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1, he said the brief is simple. I've told the boys 160 is a score that we would comfortably defend in the second innings. Island Titans boast of experienced players, same as this Ibeju side. Lovely single there. Great communication between David Abibode and Daniel Ajekum. Four runs of 3 balls. Great start for Ibeju. They were disappointed about the force majeure that happened last weekend. That rain that debarred them from playing their game against Rising Stars Cricket Club. Oh, one day. Lovely. Classic shots. When Daniel is in the mood, he is unstoppable. Lovely over. This is for Ibeju, and I'm sure the entire team and those batting will be happy with this over.
Strange to say, Sean, that Daniel Ajeku happens to be the coach of Island Titans, so it's a very interesting side that he's playing against the team he's coaching and playing for the team. So at this point in time, is it to say that you would know where his loyalty lies?
Well, I made mention of that some minutes ago about Daniel Ajiekum, the coach of Island Titans Cricket Club. But coaching activities will resume after today's game. But this is very crucial for him. Lovely over. This is for Team Ibeju. 8 runs for the loss of no wickets.
That was that boundary again.
Oh, lovely shot. Classic shot. I love that footwork. No movement for the Island Titans fielders. All they could do is just to race to boundary and pick the ball. And after the end of the first over, you have to say an eventful over for Ibeju. 8 runs on board for the loss of no wickets. Taiwo Mohammed, bowler for the Nigerian cricket national team. One of the very useful bowlers. But that over, I'm sure he'll be ruminating over it and pondering on what next to be done when he comes back for the third over. But this is a second over, and coming from the pavilion end is Rashid Abolari, one of those finest cricketers to come out of Nigeria.
I just want to talk about that shot again. He perfectly timed that into the middle of the bat. He waited for the ball. Just look at how he held on to it. The moment Taiwo dropped that shot of a good length, he just knew where he needed to hit the ball to, because he knew both mid-off and mid-on were both squarer instead of being straighter. And the moment that just went into the middle of the bat, he was just racing to the boundary.
Rashid Abolari, one of those few players that qualified Nigeria for our first ever World Cup, bowling to David Abibode in his first over. Good start for Rashid. Rashid, unfortunately, was one of those players who also had a stint with the senior national team, but en route to one of those tournaments in Rwanda under coach Deshabandu Asanka Pradi Gurusinya.
Just keep it short, Keep
Asanka.
it very short.
He had a knee problem and was dropped and replaced by Taiwo Mohammed. Oh, missed opportunity there for Sunny Richpal. Edge that race for 4. Any kind of runs at this point, they will take it. Ibeju.
Just let's look at that again, Sunil had so just look at the space between Sunil and the wicketkeeper. If Sunil had moved one step a bit to his left, he would have been taking a one-handed catch there. But he needs to readjust himself, which is currently what he has just done now. He has closed up that gap. So Sunil needs to understand that Daniel Ajeku would give him those chances. If he doesn't take those chances, this might be very costly for Island Titans.
And you could see on the face of Rashid feeling very distraught about that.
This midfield needs to be cut off. Rafiq, who was at point, didn't hold on to that. The ball just went in between his legs. It's a simple, basic cricketing field practice. Long barrier. Keep the ball in between your body and the bat. The balls would definitely just stay in the hands.
Great communication between the two batters that will have resulted in a run out. David telling Daniel, I can't make it. And the last team on the log, Rising Stars Cricket Club, you just have to feel sorry for them. They've played just one match, and that was against Island Titans Cricket Club, their very first game, which they lost. And the whole essence of them qualifying for the Super 6 was to get more game time. But yes, unfortunately, they've not been able to get game time. 2 games have been washed out by rain. That was against Federal Government College, Warri Old Student Association, and Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club won last weekend. Yep. Both teams were saying if we had played against Rising Stars Cricket Club, we would have gotten maximum points rather than the shared point. But like we always say, cricket is biscuit. You don't know where it will crack.
Very well bowled by Abolari, trying to keep the ball more on the foot stump line, ensuring that Daniel Agekum doesn't have a chance to hit those balls. Two balls left in the over. Oh, I beg your pardon. Last ball. Oh, is that a nick? Umpire says no. Even the wicketkeeper wasn't 100% convinced about that. And that brings us to the end of the second over, as it's just 14 runs on the board. Ibeju is so much in sync this morning. 7.64 is the run rate.
We can't just say just 14. They are currently on 7.64 run rate. And at this stage, if he ends like this in 20 overs, which sometimes is usually not the case, they will end up on 153, which will be just 7 runs short of what the projected score of the captain was. He said 160 and above. Don't forget that the team who are currently third on the log, Government College, but the Old Boys Cricket Club, have scored the most runs in terms of posting runs on board. But unfortunately, that game they lost against Federal Government College. Warri Old Student Association will continue to hunt them. But we're back to the third over, and I'm sure that Taiwo Mohammed must have thought about his first over, which wasn't too good of an over.
So I'm trying to understand the game plan of the Island Titans Cricket Club in terms of how the bowlers are trying to approach this game. That's Abolari and Taiwo Mohammed. So they're trying to bowl the balls between the off stump and the fourth stump, and you don't have protection at. You have protection at third man, but you do not have protection at extra covers, which means instead of having extra covers, they have it at deep mid-wicket. They should have moved deep mid-wicket to extra covers, just in case that edge does comes, and now we push there. Now, this is where my little bit of concern is. Abolari is wideish at third man. You should have brought Abolari a little bit straighter, just in case the ball beats Sunil. It just comes straight down to him. But because he's now wideish, gives Daniel Ajeku enough room to hit the ball away from Elijah Olaleye, who is at back of the point. Now, you could see they've moved Sunil out of slips, giving that room for Daniel Ajeku to try and see if he can actually square cut those balls.
Better bowling there from Taiwo Mohammed. There are a couple of players here who are playing against their former employers. One of them is Taiwo Mohammed. Another is Elijah Olaleye, Sheson Adedeji. Not also forgetting the wicket keeper, Sulaiman Rushewe. Great control of the shots, just for 1 run. Much better over for Taiwo Mohammed as compared to what happened in the first over, where he gave away 8 runs. He's just considered just 1 run. David Abibode, the striker. One day, just when I mentioned David Abibode, he struck the ball for the maximum. Lovely shot. See that again on replay. I just said David Abibode, the striker, and he struck in a spectacular fashion. I was still pouring eulogies on Taiwo Mohammed about it over, but David had different plans.
That was perfectly timed into the middle of the bat. He waited for that ball and he saw the opportunity and he took it.
And we have come to the end of the third over. Still no wickets for Island Titans Cricket Club. The search continues. 21 for loss of no wicket. 7 per over is what they are currently putting up. Yes, the projected score is gradually dropping, but just very quickly, you have to say that of these 21 runs, Taiwo Mohammed has given 15 runs. In your thoughts about me, if you were to be the captain of Island Titans, after bowling those 2 overs, are you going to drop Taiwo Mohammed, allow him take a break, think about it, or better still come from the pavilion end?
Appeal for a nick. I think the umpire is walking away, which means there is nothing there. So if I were Sunil, just to answer your question, if I were Sunil, I would definitely be thinking of dropping Taiwo Mohammed. It seems he's a little bit expensive in this particular first 2 overs he has bowled, which means Sunil is going to be having a lot of thinking and a lot of thoughts in his head on what to do. If we could quickly see, just look at this bowling scorecard of it. Just look at Taiwo Mohammed. He has bowled 2 overs, just considered 7 dot balls shown. The economy isn't really encouraging, 7.50. So at this point in time, what would I be doing if I were Sunil? I'll probably be looking at bringing in Rafiq just to see how I can cut off that run rate that these 2 batters are comfortable going on with. Just a single taken. These 2 seem to be so much in control of today's game, and if Island Titans are not careful, they might be seeing the same approach at which Government College Ibadan Old Boys did to them when they first had their first defeat in their first game. I beg your pardon, their second game in this Super 6.
Rashida Bolarin into his second over. Lovely shot from David Abibode. Lovely shot from David Abibode.
I was actually just waiting for you to say another word, but you just kept quiet. Let's look at that from the replay again. Perfectly timed. He knew where Bolarin was going to drop the ball. All he needed to do was just play that helicopter shot. And that's because he knew Bolarin didn't have protection at fine leg. So that's to teach the bowlers on what to do. Now you can see it is not just about Taiwo Mohammed anymore. It's now about the pace bowlers he's using as an opening bowler. He still has Ayoko still to come, or still to bowl. He has Sheson Adedeji, and he has Rafiq, and Sunil has himself to bowl, which means he needs to find a way to cut off these 2 bowlers and just risk minimum bowlers in the last 2 power plays. Straight into Sheson's hand at covers, but no run was taken.
This game is very important to these 2 teams. The last game for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1 and the penultimate game for Island Titans Cricket Club, knowing they still have a game against Federal Government College Warri Old Students Association. There are quite a lot of people who are interested in today's game. Fans of Island Titans Cricket Club, fans of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club. Fegokowosa are not left out. Even GCI. Oh, lovely Yorker. But great batting from David.
Looking at the mood of the Island Titans field inside, it seems like those runs are just demoralizing them. They need to find themselves, pick themselves back up. Sunil, the captain, needs to find a way to ginger his side back, because if they continue at this rate, Ibeju might be looking at beating the record of Government College Ibadan Old Boys as the highest scoring team in the Super 6.
The highest scoring team is GCI, who scored 163. Try that again. That was misplaced fielding. Can they go for 3? And they get 3 runs. Sloppy fielding. Floppy fielding from Island Titans Cricket Club. They understand the brief and they continue to give runs to Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club.
And Sunil has just done what I expected him to do. Cut off Taiwo Mohammed and bring in Ayoku. I would have expected him to bring in a Rafiq there, because you saw those 2 batters are playing comfortably with pace bowlers. And you're returning back with a quick bowler. It's still like you're putting them back into the same situation as which they are. Ayoku might be having a different approach to it. But what I would have done would have been probably bringing a Rafiq into bowler this particular over. Or probably bring in a Sheson Adedeji just to cut off those boundaries and find those batters asking questions there. But the new bowler coming in from the Court of Appeal end is Ayoku Karim.
Last weekend, he was very excellent with the ball. taking 4 wickets. They are 29 for loss of no wicket after 4 overs. Currently on 7.25. First ball for.
So, Sheo, nothing has changed. The approach has still not changed. Bringing in a quick, and they just still follow the same approach. Just look at that. He waited for the ball outside the off stump. I said it. You need an extra covers if you're going to be bowling the balls on the offside. But Sunil changed the bowlers, but didn't change the field set. And Daniel Abudeme has just proven me right by just square cutting that shot to the boundary for 4.
I just heard you call his name. If he listens to you after the replay, he'll be wondering who are you referring to. His name is David Abibode.
David Abibode, yes.
Yeah.
Right, David. Still the same mistake, Sheo. Ayoku is still bowling on the offside. Now, if we can quickly look at the field sets, just look at this field. There is no extra covers. What you have are all the fielders in the 30th circle. Once that ball beats the 30th circle, is as good as racing the ball to the boundary. Sunil needs to cut off that boundary on the offside by placing an extra covers. Appeal for
an appeal for an MB. Wale Adekoya is not interested.
So much noise from the pavilion of the Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club. Lekki Oyede is their coach today. He is not playing. He knows how important this game is to the side. Vastly experienced coach, not only at the national level, but also for the club.
Better bowling from Karim Ayoku after conceding that 4 runs off his first ball of the 5th over, and that gave Daniel and David opportunity to have a brief discussion. Those are 2 names you find in the scripture, Daniel and David. Lovely bowling there from Karim Ayoku. David Abibode, under 19 player. And just one more ball to bring us to the end of the 5th over. Slightly, you want to say that Ibeju has taken advantage of the power play. Not the best, but it's manageable. Oh, lovely ball. Lovely ball. Great thinking there from Karim Ayoku after conceding 4 runs off his first ball.
And that was the first 4 that he played. Just look at the timing of David. He waited for that ball. It was outside the off stump. He bowled it short of a good length. Going up, he didn't hesitate, waited for it, and then just quietly hit that into the middle of the bat. It's 33 for the loss of no wickets in 5 overs.
The current run rate has dropped to 6.60, and at this stage, the projected score will be 132.
They wouldn't mind, Joe. Ibeju wouldn't mind. Just like we say, you need to take advantage of the power play first, and Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club has been doing that perfectly. And now, this is what I expect him to do. Sunil bringing himself in to bowl probably the last over of the power play. You need to cut off that pace. The batters are getting comfortable with the pace bowling. You need to now look at bringing in spin or medium pace just to cut it off. And what a better way to bring himself up if not for this particular over, which is technically the last over of the power play.
Sunil Richpal, the captain of the side, has to take responsibility.
Trying to set his field. He's having a discussion with Sheson Adedeji on what the field set should be. Now, the only 2 fielders on the outside, the inner ring, are the extra covers and long off. Those are the only 2 protection he has on the offside at the boundary.
Looks like a strange field.
I don't think it is, Sheon. He needs to have 2 fielders at the outside. He bowls more of the off quarter which means he just bowls it between the third stump and the fourth stump, which is technically the best position he has, because he's not bowling it between the off stump and the middle. If he was bowling it between the off stump and the middle, then he would have protection on the leg side. And they go for a single. Sunil couldn't stop that. They go for a single.
But that was great thinking in between David and Daniel, running in between the wickets and taking advantage of that slight fall from Sunil while trying to stop that ball. Swing and a miss. So I was just looking at the field placement of Rafiq and Taiwo Mohammed. Looks like they are very, very close. Another swing and a miss.
David is trying to go much aggressive at this point, but he needs to be very careful. He needs to understand that the more aggressive he goes, it is given the chances of losing his wicket. But still to come to bat for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club is Ridwan Abdulkareem and Chilemania Solomon. That should be a wide ball. Yes, it is a wide ball. Sunil's trying to tell the umpire that though he walked, I'll be a little bit controversial here. I might probably put the umpire under the bus. Once the batter leaves his crease and goes after a ball, the new rule says once he goes after the ball, if it's still within his reach, it's not going to be declared as a wide ball.
But you know, in this case, we always want to give the umpires the benefit of the doubt. They see better than we do, and they are the arbiters of the game.
Yes, you're right, Joe. And last ball of the over. Currently 36 on the board. At this point, I would have thought Ibeju would have been probably around the 40 or the 50 mark. But I must say, Allen Titans have done well in the last 3 overs, cutting off that run rate, because Ibeju was projecting at 7 runs per over, but they've been able to cut it down to 6.17. And after the end of the power play, it's 36 for the loss of no wickets. And there we see the 4 again of Ayoku's over. David Budeme holding his own.
Just call this boy David, please. Don't murder his son. Just call him David. But let's just quickly say something. Yomi, the first 3 overs, they were 21 for loss of no wicket. And the next 3 overs, 36 for loss of no wicket. You want to say that it's a bit of an improvement, so to speak,
from Allen Titans. Yeah, they were able to cut that off. If they had continued using Taiwo and Abolari to bowl that 3rd over for themselves, that's the 5th and the 6th over, they would have probably been above the 50 mark. But Sunil bringing himself in and Ayoku also bringing himself in was a good opportunity for both of them. And the first ball of the 2nd over of Ayoku is a double. David is trying to go aggressive. He needs to take his time. I like batters that are always going aggressive. Once they go aggressive, it gives me the opportunity to set them up. And now I'm looking at the field set of Sunil. He has a protection at mid-wicket, long on, long off, extra covers, and 3rd man.
Oh, they want to go for 2, and yes, they make it.
So
we pick up throw there from Taiwo Mohammed.
Yeah, you're definitely right, Sean. But Sunil needs to understand that he needs to help his side. If he's going to be in the 30-yard circle, those singles can be turned to doubles. If you're going to cut off those balls, you need to cut off those balls. Once you're unable to cut it off, you need to chase those balls in order for your side to able to cut those singles, for those singles converted to doubles.
Aside from the 2 runs he has conceded, you have to say that Karim Ayoku economic rate has been very good, ensuring they don't score too many runs. They want to go for 2, and yes they do. And you can see on the look of the wicket keeper Suleiman Rushewe initially was very distraught about 1 becoming 2, but he later encouraged his player, which is quite needed. Oh, and that has brought us to the end of the 7th over. See, for the loss of no wickets, 7 overs gone, 41 runs. Daniel Ajekun has faced 14 balls, scored 10 runs. David Abibode has faced 28 balls and scored 29 runs on over 100% strike rate. The current run rate is 5.86 and the projected score at this stage will be 117. Sunil reach power back to the pavilion end, and in his head, if I cannot get the wicket of these 2 batters, we must reduce the run rate. Oh my world! Missed opportunity there from Rafiq Mohammed. See that again on replay. What else do you want? Tossed it twice before the ball eventually dropped, and David has an extra live, to the dismay of the Island Titans Cricket Club, but to the excitement of Ibeju.
White ball bowled. Good comeback there by Sunil. It's interesting to say that it's the captain bowling into his coach. So it's more like a battle of familiar foes.
Just 1 run.
Two chances already given by these 2 batters and not utilized properly by the Island Titans fielders.
Another wide ball. About me, I don't know which side of the divide do you fall or do you belong. This duo continue to form partnership, but the run rates are gradually reducing.
Obviously, because they're not having the kind of pattern of bowling that they were expecting, because earlier on we saw them, they were so comfortable with pace bowling. At the moment, Sunil decides to go with a quick and slow pace. You could see that the whole approach towards this game by the batters just quietly dropped, and they're trying to go back for two, taking a Bolare on, and these two are just running perfectly well in the center. They are just taking advantages of those doubles.
And that has brought us to the end of the 8th over. 48 for the loss of no wicket. Daniel Ajekum has faced 17 balls and scored 13 runs. David Abibode has faced 31 and has scored 31 runs, 100% strike rate. These two have combined to face 48 balls and have scored a total of 44 runs. And for the bowling, Taiwo Mohammed, 2 overs, 7 dot balls, 15 runs, economy rate of 7.50. Still in search of a wicket.
I think there's a little bit of a discussion in the center there. I think Sunil is trying to get out of the field. He probably have a little bit of an issue with himself. So he's coming out to have a little bit of a breather.
And in comes Nazim Sheikh. Eight overs gone, 48 for loss of no wicket. Karim Ayoku into his 3rd over. You have to say good weather for the game of cricket, but also scorching sun that requires you to drink water all the time.
Yeah, and even from right here, we could actually see that the heat is also quite a little bit tough on us at the comms box. Ayoko into the attack for his 3rd over. Straight on the ground towards Langon, where you have Taiwo Mohammed for just a single.
Aside from the first over of Karim Ayoku, first over, first ball, where he was hit for 4 by David Abibode, he has cut off the boundaries of his bowling, and that's impressive from this youngster.
And not just that, they've also found a way to put Ibeju batters to run with their legs, or with their legs. They found a way to just make sure that these two batters, if the boundaries are not coming for them, they just need to keep rotating the strike. But again, it just shows how important and the way, manner and approach that these two batters are taking this game, because if they continue at this, if you have 10 wickets at hand towards the last 10 overs, a team can go destructive. That's probably, if you give each batter 10 runs in each time they go in, that's, you're looking at probably 150 or 180.
Sometimes that analogy sometimes does not work the way we think about it. Sometimes 2 opening batters could take a game to 80 and above, and the others just come in and the wickets start tumbling. And it could be a blessing in disguise for the team that has lots of wickets.
Now the bench of Ibeju is currently feeling the heat, because they know the boundaries are not coming anymore. And now they are now trying to tell the batters that you need to keep the ball ticking. But remember, no matter how long you stay in that field, you definitely are going to get tired. And the white ball has come again.
1 extra run. He might have scored 32 runs but the number of balls he has dotted are also worrisome. But I'm talking about David Abibode.
A lot of people think that a wide ball, but that's not definitely a wide ball, and it's a very good decision by the umpire just to give him one warning.
He got a warning from umpire Wale Adekoya, the standing umpire. Talking about Karim Ayoku. Oh, they will take 2 runs. And what has Lucky just done? Oh, terrible. Absolutely terrible. No word to qualify what Lucky just did. This is poor. The attitude also is very, very lackluster.
Couldn't hold on to the ball.
Let's see that on replay. Let's see that again on replay. If producer can just help us. We're going to go for 2 runs, but not for 2 to become 3.
It was just not appealing. It was not something he should have done.
9 overs gone, 54 runs for loss of no wickets. The wickets are very intact.
I don't think the producer has that. He also got carried away by that as well. So obviously we would definitely forgive the producer. But let's see that drop catch again from Rafiq. It was just definitely a catch they should have taken. That was off Sunil's ball. Just look at that. It was in the offer. He should have just held that into his hands. That was so unprofessional of Rafiq. And Shehu, remember, like I said, no wicket yet. It's 54 runs on the board. Good kudos to Island Titans for cutting off those boundaries. But if they can continue like this, they just need to be wary that the next 10 overs might be either go their way or go explosive for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club. Rafiq Mohammed into the attack from the pavilion end.
What will be in his mind is to break the partnership of David and Daniel. And good start for him. I'll be sharing an interesting start with you after the end of the 10th over. David is a striker. Oh, lovely stop there from Karim Ayoku. Debarring that ball to race for 4. And that was an inventive shot from David Abibode, opening his body. You want to go for 2. Oh, brilliant fielding there from Elijah Olaleye.
That's what you want to see from fielders from the Island Titans. Cutting those boundaries and cutting the twos. Once you pick the ball, throw it immediately. Do not allow the batter settle down to take another single. And that was a very lovely piece of fielding.
Now, joining us is the high performance manager. The high performance manager and the coach of the men's cricket national team, Steve Tikolo. always available to see games. Better bowling there from Rafik. We have to say that aside from those dot balls that David has had, he had a slow start. The man who was all guns blazing was Daniel Ajekum. But Daniel seems to be slowing down little by little.
I must say that the outfield of this pitch today is very fast. Once that ball beats the 30th circle, it just keeps racing. And if you're not quick on your feet, it just might be a pilot to the end of where that ball ends. And after the end of the 10th over, Shell,
we are on 60 for loss of no wickets.
I think that should be 61. I beg your pardon. That should be 61. I think they took 2 off that last ball.
Maybe we're waiting for confirmation. Quick correction, 61 for loss of no wicket after 10 overs. Yomi, I need you to rate Nigeria's opening batter. An honest opinion, this is totally unacceptable for a batter who scored 7 runs in the first over, and after 10 overs he's on 18 runs.
I must say that it's not that it's unacceptable. It's just the approach and manner at which Sunil had actually thought of the first 4 overs, and he has changed the whole momentum and the projection of the game. He read it quite well. He knew that these 2 batters were getting comfortably too much with the pace bowlers, and the moment he cut those guys off, he knew that he had to put those things squared.
This is Daniel Ajekum. In the first over, he scored 7 runs. I can understand where you are heading, that Suni had to change his tactics by bringing in Karim and himself and Rafiq. But I'm just saying that for a batter who scored 7 runs in the first over and has now played up until the 10th over, and he has just added 11 runs.
Yeah,
so that means he scored 11 runs in 9 overs.
Yeah, I understand where you're going to show. You expected him to continue at that acceleration, but let's not take it out of Island Titans. The introduction of Ayoku, Sunil, and Rafiq had totally dropped down that. Look at Karim Ayoku has 11 dot balls. Sunil Kumar has 6 dot balls. Rafiq Mohammed has 2 dot balls. If you give a total of that, that is 19 dot balls compared to the 14 dot balls that both Taiwo Mohammed and Abolari Rashid had in 4 overs. So in 6 overs, they have considered 19 dot balls. In 4 overs, they were only able to get 14 dot balls. This means that the approach of Sunil towards the end of the power play and to this present over has actually proven that not just the way you expected the batters to have approached, but he himself as the captain is thinking. Let's not forget, you, it's a do or die affair in that center for both sides.
And just for you to understand how this game has gone, Ibeju are 61 for loss of no wicket after 10 overs. Their first 3 overs, they were on 21 runs for loss of no wicket. The next 6 overs, that's after power play, they were on 36 for loss of no wicket. After 9 overs, they were on 54 for loss of no wicket. And after 10 overs, they are on 61 for loss of no wicket. At this stage, where they are currently on 6.10, the projected score will be 122. Good decision to allow Karim Ayoku finish his overs. Yomi?
Yeah, definitely, Sean. If I were the same person, I would allow Ayoku. Ayoku has done extremely well coming in to help out in trying to cut off those extras. And if he has able to do it, why not just allow him use it? But where the worry is for me right now is this. You have 4 overs between Abolari and Taiwo Mohammed. At what overs would you be using these 2?
No, so they could have come back better and stronger. Those first 2 overs weren't good. Taiwo Mohammed was coming from the Court of Appeal end. Rashid was coming from the Pavilion end. The break that they've had might have given them the opportunity to think about what they were doing and what the other bowlers who took over from them are doing, and then they want to give it a big shout. Oh, an appeal there, and lovely bowling from Karim Ayoku.
That was a perfect ripper, Sean.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of balls you want to see from young lads like Karim Ayoku. Just look at that again. Took his time, perfectly timed into the angle where you want him to bowl. Just look at that. Very well bowled there by this young lad, Karim Ayoku.
And hands on head suggests everything you want to see from that bowler. Oh, shot. He did the wrong thing. He was doing the right things, and immediately he did the wrong thing. He got the wrong result. You continue to do that again, Karim, you'll be sent to the boundary.
Just look at that perfectly timed shot here. We waited for it. Just look at it. Just the trigger. He converted that shot of a good length into an out volley for himself. And all he needs to do was just angle the bat, time it into the middle, and that's raced to the boundary for 4. David is now on 38.
Some 12 runs short of an half century. I expect Karim to think about what he did in that third ball of his final over and do better. Back-to-back fours. Back-to-back fours.
At the very last over, when we have given Karim Ayoku so much accolades, David is now making us understand that, look, you might have given him so much accolades, but I can't destroy him within the last 6 balls he's going to bowl. And that is what David has just done. Hitting the helicopter shots towards the fine leg region for a boundary.
You know, like we always say in analysis, we use eye test, and up onto those back-to-back fours, you have to give Ayoku his credit. He has earned the right to smell his flowers, but those back-to-back fours have been costly to the bowling of Karim Ayoku. And the next 2 balls, he has to think about what he should be doing. 3 fours. 3 fours.
And I think he must have gotten to his 50. With that 4, yes, he would have gotten to his 50. And there you have it. The young lad raises his bat. Sheon, what would you say of this?
And you saw the gesture from the wicketkeeper. Sulaiman Rushewe.
And I must say, the approach of the Ibeju players in this game has really shown it well. Ayoku has 2 balls left in this over. Goes down the ground. Would I race to the boundary? No, cut off by Taiwo Mohammed, but they will be able to come back for 2 runs. And after that, Sheil, 3 fours in this over and a single. What a way to end. Karim Ayoku, who after 4 overs has conceded 29 runs, no wicket. And if we could see those fours again, those three fours, which technically took David to his 50. And there you can see the first 4 that was being played, perfectly timed into the middle of the bat. Waited for it, timed it. Second one was also the same approach, but this time he did the helicopter shots, which he has been playing from the beginning. And all he just needed to do was just pilot that towards the back. And a very fashionable way to get your 50 is still that same approach. And David has earned himself to be in the 50 mark of the Super 6.
Few players have scored 50 runs in the Super 6. The likes of Babatunde Ayinde from GCI, Selim Salau from Federal Government College Warri Old Student Association, Isaac Danladi from Foundation Cricket Club, David Abibode from Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1, Ademola Onikoyi from Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club, class of 50, but no century yet.
Actually quite wondering what Sulaiman Rusewe was appealing for. That ball actually came off the bat. Maybe he was trying to use that appeal as a distraction for the batters from going for a single. A lot of wicketkeeper does that sometimes.
Just one.
Seven for the loss of still no wicket in 11.3 overs.
Lovely pick up there from Karima Yoku.
So let's stay on the flip side of this. If Ibeju doesn't lose any wicket to the 20th over and this two puts up 120, would you say that was a good batting tactics from Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club? I'm just looking at it from the flip side.
Well, you could argue for or against. Ibeju has also got a very good bowling side. The likes of Prosper Hussaini, even Daniel Ajekun is a bowler. Shaya Olympio, Okeke Bonaventure, Chima Akachuku. You know, they've got good bowlers. Same thing as Island Titans Cricket Club. They've got great batters. The likes of Sulaiman Rushewe, Elijah Olaleye, Rafiq, Sheson Adedeji, Taiwo Mohammed, vastly experienced players. And in all of this, cricket definitely will win, but we are in for a great treat this morning. New bowler coming from the Court of Appeal end,
Sheson Adedeji, and I must say he's actually bringing in Sheson a little bit pretty too late. At this point in time, what I would have been doing is just to rotate the remaining bowlers round, bring Sheson in, bring one more bowler. So what I would have done is to rotate 3 bowlers in between. That's Sunil, Rafiq and Sheson. Rotate them round. Don't make the batters get comfortable until you're able to get to probably the 17th over, where you can now have either to use Taiwo Mohammed or Abolarin Rashid. But let's not forget the penultimate over is always the 19th over. Sheson Adedeji from the Court of Appeal end.
he wants to break this partnership. Can he break the partnership? Oh, lovely.
The table is still going to be open technically, Shell, if Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club wins this game, which means the game next week will still be another league decider. Island Titans against Federal Government College Warri, which means if Federal Government College Warri bats first, they need to score a huge number of runs. But they come back for the second, though Elijah says he's not going to allow the batters do it. So what we're saying is this, Show. The table is 5 points between Ibeju and Federal Government College Warri. Peradventure Ibeju wins. Federal Government College Warri will have to beat Island Titans. Now, both teams will be 7 points on the table. The net run race will be a determining factor. What if Island Titans wins today's game? The table opens it back again, which means the last game will still be a decider.
You can say that again about me. we have enjoyed this Super 6. And if this Super 6 was quite interesting, then you begin to ask yourself, what would the Super 4 look like, which is a knockout competition? Already things are shaping up for Super 4, and that's the top 4 teams.
Two balls left in this over. I must say the run rate, even though it has dropped from 7, but it's still at 6.56. Just straight on the ground to find longer. Oh, Karim Ayoko couldn't hold on to that. And the batters take 2 comfortable runs.
Gradually, Daniel Ajekun is increasing his runs. And Chesson is resetting his field for the final ball of the 13th over. Oh, that was too full. Looks like they want to go for 2. And you begin to ask yourself, someone needs to talk to Karim Ayoku. The attitude after his final over has been worrisome. He needs someone to encourage him that is gone. You didn't get wickets. You conceded a lot of runs in the final over, but the game is still there to be played.
Are we going to be seeing the first opening pair score 100? Because this looks like an 86 run, 78 balls partnership between these 2 batters. If they continue this way, Sean, if they get to 100, I think they might be the first opening pair in the league to actually score 100. So record seems to be broken, seems to be setting itself here in this game.
You could say that again. Rafiq Mohammed into his 3rd over, and after bowling 2 overs has given away 11 runs. The big question is, which bowler will break the partnership of David Abibode and Daniel Agiekum? And just when I was asking that question, Rafiq said, I have the answer. And he was showing to Chesson, who got that wicket of David. I knew what I wanted to do. Don't forget that David, who scored 57 runs, got a second life for him to score 50. But this time around, Chesson says no. It's high time you left the batting crease.
I must say it was a very good innings for David, scoring his 50 in this game. He did extremely well, did perfectly well, set up his team to a comfortable position at which they are. Even after facing 50 balls, scoring 57 runs, he did extremely well, and his team will be proud of that for him. And the new batter in is Chilemania. He needs to continue at that momentum as well. Let's see that catch again. That was a lovely catch from Chesson Adediji, I must say. It was quick. The camera couldn't keep up to that ball, but at the end of the day, was able to. Just look at that, straight into his hands. And I must say that was a perfect catch by Chesson.
Yeah, but looks like a cool as you like catch.
He made it to look too simple, I must say. But from the way and manner at which he played that ball, a lot of fielders would have probably or try to take their face away from it. But just like you said, Sean, a national team player, a lot is expected from them.
You couldn't have dropped that catch knowing what is obtainable, and a drop of that catch could cost the team, giving the man who has been the best batter for Ibeju another opportunity to continue to bat.
Funny enough, Shane, we were about to give them an accolade of being the highest run partnership for an opening pair, and that was when a wicket dropped. Now you have a fresh leg in person of Solomon Chilemania, who gets on the way with that single towards point. Rafik bowling his third over in 2.2 already bowled. Back foot, but straight to Sheson Adedeji, who is now in covers proper. Oh, so lucky. That ball stayed, turned very late. He missed the turn-in. 13.4 overs gone. On the ground, straight towards Longon, where you have Elijah.
Elijah has fielded excellently well. Elijah makes me remember the last 50 overs World Cup that was won by Australia in India. Glenn Maxwell, the one they call the Undertaker, you know, ran the channels very well.
Ooh, I think he played that into his legs. Was this his legs or his arms? Oh, it was his foot. That can be very painful, Shell. Very, very much painful.
$14 overs gone.
88 for 1.
88 for 1. The current run rate is 6.36. The projected score is 126. 6.29. Let's not forget one of the finest umpires to come out of Africa, a level 3 umpire, state of origin from Oshun, but is staying in Lagos, former under-19 player, and the club cricket committee treasurer,
financial secretary.
They are all intertwined. They all handle money. Olumide Akintokun, happy birthday to you, brother. Long life and prosperity. Wish you all the best.
His team is actually playing today at the second tier of the Club Cricket Committee Super 6, IMCC. That's Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club.
They lost last weekend against Pioneers. Sheson Adedeji doing the basic. And I must say, wherever you are, sometimes Tayo is very unpredictable. It could be in Lagos, it could be in Abuja, it could be in London, it could be in Canada. Tayo Showale, former under-19 captain. Oh, not captain, former under-19 member.
He was actually a captain, where he captained the likes of Sheon Garuba and the rest.
Oh, sorry, I was almost getting...
Under Sean Phillips to South Africa.
Yeah. To think that Garuba played for Nigeria.
I hope he doesn't hear this. I just hope Garuba doesn't hear this.
But Tayo Showale, big shout out to you. Thanks for the word of encouragement. He said, production continues to get better. Commentary continues to improve. Tayo, in your words, the reward for hard work is more work. We will not get carried away by your accolades. We'll continue to give it our best shot. This is the best league in West Africa, and nothing short of the best is expected from us. Tayo, once again, Sheole, we appreciate you. And back to the game. Blockbuster game. Island Titans Cricket Club versus Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1.
Now the run rate is definitely going to be dropping because Solomon seems not to be getting, after that injury, I think he's struggling to hold on to the bat, and Sheson Adedeji is taking advantage of that, bowling it full flight, trying to force him to hit the ball. On the ground, straight towards extra covers. Can they go for 2?
No, that would be unwise and sensible enough for them to go for 2. Rashid picked the ball very well and ensured just 1 run will be made. This looks like a... What?
You were about to say that looks like a catch.
That was a catch.
Let's see that again from the replay. I think you're right, Sean. That should have been taken by Ayoku Karim. That goal went big. He was not on the ropes. That should have been a catch, Sean. He was definitely not on the rope. If he had stayed on the rope, that would have been a cool as you like catch, like he usually used to say. But Ayoko has just given Daniel Ajoku that opportunity, and he takes his tally to 32 after 35 balls.
So I expect the senior players in this team, people like Sheson Adedeji, people like Sulaiman Rushewe, even Rashid Abolari to talk to Karim Ayoko, including the captain Sunil Richpal. He's psychologically disturbed after that last over of his, where he was hit for 3 fours, and this was someone who had already bowled 3 overs and considered just 1 4, and then you considered 3 consecutive fours. He's not been himself. They want to go for 2, but no, is it? Solomon Chilemaya has come to slow down the run rate. This was not how they were going before, but then they are on 96 for, or call it 97 for 1.
Sure, at this rate, Island Titans will be happy with themselves. They've been able to cut it down. You know, at first we thought they were going to go to 150, 160, but at 97, I beg your pardon, in 15.1 overs, where you have roughly 4.5 overs left to be bowled, it's really a very good comeback from Island Titans.
And the good comeback was started by Rafiq, the man who is currently bowling. Do they want to go for 2? Oh, sloppy fielding from Rashid. I hope these extra runs that they are giving Ibeju will replicate, but there's nothing to suggest that Ibeju will replicate such. They have given some extra runs that could have been cut off.
That was a dead ball. I think he actually, umpire declaring a dead ball. I think it was the wind that took the bails down. It was the wind that took the bails down, not that Rafiq actually touched. Let's see that quick. We could quickly see that from the replay while we wait for that. The bails was down before Rafiq even took his lip. So it was a good call there by the umpire, Sukomi Odedele. Oh no, it's the call. But that was a good piece of fielding there by Elijah, cutting the batters from taking 2 runs. That was very, very well done by Elijah Monday.
Rafiq is into his final over.
How on earth did Solomon Chilemania miss that ball? But I must say that was a very good piece of fielding piece of bowling there by Rafiq. Cutting off everything you could ever think of in the ball. He took off the pace, took off the swing, took off the spin, and the ball just stayed low. And you just look at you can hear from the dugout of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, they know how this is going to be important. They need the runs, they need the ball thickened. Straight towards, I thought that was going towards the leg side, but he managed to find Taiwo Mohammed at points for just a single.
Lovely fielding there from Team Island Titans Cricket Club. And this is now 101 Dalmatian. 101 for loss of 1 wicket after 16 overs. The last 4 overs will be very, very crucial. Daniel Ajekum has faced 37 balls, scored 35 runs. And Solomon Chilemaya is on 50% strike rate. He's faced 8 balls, and scored 4 runs. The current run rate is 6.31, and at this stage the projected score is 126. One thing is for sure. One thing is for sure. What Sunil Richpal envisaged will not be happening. He said 100 was what he wanted to limit them to, but they've passed 100. They still have wickets at hand, and there is 4 more overs for us to come to the end of the first innings. After this game, the other game that will happen is 5th versus 6th. Foundation Cricket Club versus Rising Stars Cricket Club.
Now I expected him to have done this. Bring in one of your quick bowlers back again into the attack, since you know that the run rate has cut off and these 2 batters are getting uncomfortable. This is the perfect time to get wickets, and who better to come back again from the attack, if not from the cut of appeal end, than to bring Taiwo Mohammed, who is back into the attack. Hopefully his 3rd over will be a very good over, not a replica of what happened in the first over. First 2 overs, I beg your pardon. Oh, this is up in the air. Can this be taken? Oh, drop catch. How on earth do you drop such catches?
What is Zaid Khan thinking about? This is totally unacceptable.
Just look at that again from the replay. It was just a cool as you like catch.
What is thinking about? Absent-minded.
A lot of people will disagree with you with that show. He was not comfortable. He had control over that ball.
Like I said, absent-minded. If you are not absent-minded, you should be catching that any day, anytime.
Are they going to come back for 2? Yes, they should definitely take 2. 2 runs taken after that drop catch. It was just as simple as you like catch. That's more like a practice catch any day, anytime. He was right underneath it. He just mistimed his positioning, and that drop catch might be very costly. Very, very costly.
And these are the kind of things that turn the head of Ebola when you think that after my first 2 overs, I'm coming back for my 3rd over, and the first ball of that over should have been a wicket, but unfortunately, that did not happen. Daniel Ajekun is 13 runs short of an half century. He's been batting from ball 1.
Oh,
better bowling. Just one player in the Super 6 tournament has played from ball 1 to the final ball, and that was against Foundation Cricket Club. His name is Selim Salau from Federal Government College, Warri Old Student Association. He batted from ball 1 to the final ball. Babatunde Ayinde was also close to doing that, but unfortunately, he lost his wicket.
And finally, Daniel Ajeku's innings has come to an end. Very well bowled there, and a good comeback by Taiwo Mohammed, keeping that ball on the off stump, bowling it quick, and after facing 39 balls, scoring 37 runs, Daniel Ajeku has finally taken a bow for this innings. Just look at that again. He mistimed that ball, beating him completely, and that middle stump got dislodged. I'm not surprised that there's going to be changes in the batting order, as Prosper Hussaini has been moved up the order because they know they need to get they need to get runs now. You would have thought it would have been Ridwan Abdul Karim to go up the order, but because of the number of overs left, they had to bring up Hussein Prosper into the crease, as Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club are now 104 for 2. Left to left, this is going to be a very interesting attack.
National team player to another national team player.
Bowler to bowler.
Bowler to bowler. but then T to P. Taiwo to Prosper. That looks like a very good rhyme. Taiwo to Prosper. And I'm praying that Taiwo will prosper.
All right, that's a very good rhyme, Shil. Taiwo to prosper.
Two more balls to bring us to the end of the 17th over. This will race for 4. This will race for 4 any day, anytime.
That's a lovely flick there. Just timed it into the middle of the bat. At first he thought he didn't have control over that ball, but the middle of the bat it was.
It's Zaida is chasing.
You just allow the field of this show.
No, I'm saying it's Zaida is chasing, so the best he could do is just to go and pick the ball from the boundary.
Last ball of the 17th over. Taiwo to Prosper. That rhymes might not just get out of our lips anytime soon.
And what they wanted to do was to keep Prosper off strike, knowing that Solomon has not been himself. But then to face the next over again, which is going to be the 17th over that has just gone by, getting into the 18th over will still be Prosper Hussaini.
So on the screen, you have the first drop catch by Saeed Khan as well. That was the catch he should have taken. It was as simple as easy catch. And then this was the 4 played by, okay, this was the wicket that Taiwo Muhammad had off Daniel Ajeku. And then that 4 that was played by Hussein Prosper of Taiwo Muhammad. And back into the attack now from the pavilion end is Abolarin Rashid.
Rashid Abolarin and Prosper Hussaini are friends and teammates of the historic Under-19 Cricket World Cup in South Africa in 2020. (109) for loss of 2 wickets. The current run rate is 6.41 and projected score will be 128. With that, we've got a game on our hands, knowing that this Island Titans side are a very good batting side. Speaking with Sunny Richpal, he said, one of the reasons I asked my team to go into field, we love to chase. And when we chase aggressively. Good start from Rashida Bolarin, who is still searching for his first wicket in today's encounter. Rashid to Solomon. And that's a bye signaled by umpire Sukomi Odedele.
(111 for 2 after 17.2 overs. A 128, 130 might look visible at this point, you know?
You could say that again.
Which means Island Titans have a very huge one to chase.
Rashid is thinking about it. But again, bowling to a batter who on his day can be very, very dangerous. The two players for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, one going to have a tete-a-tete, Solomon and Prosper.
So I would love to say something after the inning. After, I beg your pardon. After this over.
That is the biggest six of today's game. I just told you about what Prosper is capable of doing. I just told you about what Prosper can do. And I just told you about who Prosper Hussein is.
Sean, look at that shot. That was the middle of the bat. He waited for it, stretched his hands. That Sean went so deep, so high, so big. And that is a perfect six. And I think that should be the biggest six for the day, show.
No, it's not. That should be. That is the farthest six for today. And that calls for deliberation from Team Ibeju and Team Island Titans. See Sulaiman Rushewe, Sunil Richpal, and Sheson Adedeji having a trial discussion. And for the batting side, you can see them, Solomon Chilemaya having a discussion. Karim Gafar is there. Obisheson is also there.
So what I'm more concerned about now, Sheo, is if you can look at what we have on the screen are the past results of this game. What I'm more concerned about is Government College Ibadan, Old Boys Cricket Club against Allied Titans, in which Government College won by 45 runs. Even though it's not showing what I exactly need, but GCI scored 144 for 7, and Island Titans were only able to sum up 99 runs for 7. Now, if Ibeju Lekki Cricket Clubs finds a way to score that 144, it means Island Titans might be as good as just losing this game.
No, you can't use that as a yardstick. You can't use that as a yardstick.
I'm just saying.
No two games are the same.
Yes,
no two games are the same.
Right, you're right.
No two games are the same.
You're right.
The bowlers of Government College by the Old Boys Cricket Club are not the same with Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club. So you want to say that well, the lowest score at this competition was scored by Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club against Foundation Cricket Club. And so you now use that as a yardstick, we'll be making a mistake. This same Ibeju, just after when they defeated Government College by the Old Boys Cricket Club by 19 runs.
On the contrary, Sean, the lowest score of this tournament, as you can see before it went off, was Foundation Cricket Club and Island Titans, where Foundation Cricket Club scored 46 for 10 in 14 overs. That was the lowest.
We're talking about Super 6.
All right. So Super 6 is quite different from the tournament.
That's what that was my emphasis. Super 6.
Yeah. So that could be actually correct. Nicked again towards. Can that go to the boundary? Yes, it is gone again to the boundary. 10 runs already in this over at this point, with Sunil officially cut off. Abolari, just look at that. Edge of the bat, just raced all the way to the boundary for 4.
This Rashid over is an expensive over. And the Lucky goes to meet Rashid, who looks dejected and disappointed about the back-to-back boundaries, 6 and 4 respectively.
Last ball of the 18th over. lovely throw there by
Lucky,
Lucky Itwa.
but you have to say that Prosper was lucky.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see those back-to-back boundaries. You know, those boundaries were just perfectly timed into the middle of the bat, except for the 4 that went top edge. But that 6, you know, was the biggest in this ground. Probably not this ground, but for today's game. Just look at that, perfectly timed into the bat. That he had to take a young lad to go fetch the ball at the parade ground. And I think Solomon Chilemania has been retired hot. So he's going to be making paving way for
Ridwan Abdul Karim.
Yes, you're right.
Under 19 captain.
I think he's going to be relinquishing the position very soon.
Well, no official confirmation yet, but what we can confirm is the good news that happened during the week to Nigerian Cricket Federation.
That a blessing at him.
Apart from blessing at him, the award that was gotten from ICC, and big congratulations to the entire board of Nigeria Cricket Federation, and by extension Mr. Uyi Akpata, the president of Nigeria Cricket Federation, for the amazing job done so far. No year has gone by without Nigerian Cricket Federation getting an ICC recognition. It
just shows the development at which the Nigerian Cricket Federation board has put so much into the female cricket, and also they are doing the same for the male. It's just the dividend that pays off. Interesting to say, in one of his interviews at Supersport, nobody ever actually said that Mr. Uyi Akpata did shed tears, but he had to openly say that he shed tears after the ladies won the bronze medal.
I knew, but maybe it was just an opportunity for him to say it by himself. Looking at where they were coming from and what they were able to achieve at the African Games was quite unprecedented. Best International Cricket Council Developmental Initiative of the Year for 2023.
Now in the 19th over, 121 on the board. And the first ball is a dot ball. Can Taiwo Mohammed contain them in this over just to keep them within that 130 region? 5 balls left. On the ground, take a single. Now it's Taiwo to Prosper.
From one left to another left. From one bowler to another bowler.
From one national team player to another
national team player. And from one unpredictable batter to another unpredictable batter. Taiwo Mohammed also can strike the ball for 6, and I'm sure in all of this, Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club would never forget one huge favor Taiwo Mohammed did for them at the Unilag Cricket Oval against Foundation Cricket Club, where he had to hit David Ankra for a maximum for Ibeju to win that game that day. What can he do with the ball? We wait and see. Another maximum.
Interesting to say, Hussein Prosper, after their last game where we said he hasn't scored a minimum of 10, has now gone all blazing, and he has just been hitting the balls back to back. It seems like we're now seeing Prosper Hussein back in his real form. That was a lovely 6 there by the young lad.
That is what is expected of him. So if he's falling short of what is expected, we need to talk about it. But when he does well, then we eulogize him. Just 2 runs. Prosper is scoring some quick runs. He scored 2.66 in his short spell in the batting crease. Another 6.
This man is so much in form today, Prosper Hussaini. He's just taking the bowlers apart. Just look at that, timed perfectly well. Square cut, straight over, backward a point for a maximum. That's what you need to do. This is the Prosper Hussaini we're looking. Just look at it. Sulaiman Rusewa is having a discussion with Taiwo Mohammed in the center. You're giving this guy too much room. You're giving him too much width. What a way to end the 19th. What a way to end
the 19th over.
The 19th over, beg your pardon. There's still one ball left to be bowled in that particular over. Prosper Hussaini has hit a lot of sixes today. I think he's going to be having the highest sixes in today's game.
He's hit 3.66
and 2 4s. This is what you expect from that big lanky man.
On a strike rate of 280.
Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club making a statement in today's game. And now, at first we thought Island Titans were doing extremely well, but this change in batting order has proved otherwise. 136, now it looks like a 144 is visible. If this young lad, Prosper Hussaini, still in, can Taiwo Mohammed take the last laugh? Goes high, can that be taken? That should be safe. And they come back for 2. 2 runs to end the in over. 138 for 2 in 19 overs. The last 6 overs show the first 4 overs of this game. Ibeju Lekki were 7 runs per over. And now the last 3 overs of this game, they've come back to 7 runs per over. Would you say it was strategically done by the Ibeju batting lineup?
You could say that again, absolutely. 138 for loss of 2 wickets. Today is one of their best batting performance. And after 19 overs, they've just lost 2 wickets. Prosper Hussaini, 11 balls faced, scored 30 runs. Karim has faced 2 balls, scored 1 run. Sunil will take charge of this. Sunil arranging his field for the final over of the first innings.
Leadership by example. He has set a target for the Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, and he knows he's the only one who can actually do that. A lot of people would have expected him to give it to a bowler in the last over, but knowing truly well that you have Ridwan Abdul Karim and Prosper Hussaini is still in the center, it's best you go for your slow bowlers. And Sunil, vastly experienced, will be looking to try as much as possible to probably cut them off from scoring much runs in the last 6 balls of this innings.
And the reason he was brought in was not justified. Karim was brought in to score runs, but then he has failed in that responsibility. He's out, and didn't do up to what Solomon Chilemaya did.
Just look at that, very casual. He had a room to actually either push that ball towards the leg side or just probably hit it above Ayoku, who took that catch. He would have just taken 2 runs there, but he feels so disappointed with himself, which brings the captain of the side, Chuma Akachukwu, into the crease, where he has 5 balls left to be faced in this over. And technically the last 5 balls of this innings.
Look at the bat of Ridwan, shining bat. Looks like a new bat.
Which was given to them by the Nigerian Cricket Federation. A single pushed by Chuma Akachukwu to allow Hussein Prosper go on strike.
They don't need any boundary in this over. And Sunil has strategically placed his men around the ropes, knowing what Prosper can do. But even the men on the ropes, when Prosper strikes very hard, the fielders can't do anything.
That's a wide ball. That's a wide ball. Just look at it, Shell. Hussein Prosper, having faced 11 balls, is 30 runs. It's 20 short of a 50. Plays it straight down. Ooh, tried to appeal. He was quite lucky. Sunil thought that ball had bitten him. Sunil cutting off the pace of that ball. This is vastly experience from the captain. 140 on the board, 4 runs short of what Government College played against Island Titans. Appeal for LBW, and that definitely will be given. And you must see Sunil having the last laugh. Look at him jubilating. He's quite happy about that wicket. And Prosper Hussaini, after being prolific for his side, scoring 30 off 13 balls, has finally ended his innings. Ibeju Lekki 140 for 4 in 19.4 overs.
Sunil will be saying to himself, I made a mistake by allowing my pace bowlers to bowl to Prosper. If I had known, I could have taken up that responsibility. Maybe Prosper couldn't have gotten the runs he got. But that is what you get. Like they say, captains, they live and die with their decision.
And Prosper Hussaini having an accolade in terms of clap from his side. He has done what he needs to do. He has done the damage. Hitting back-to-back sixes, hitting back-to-back fours. And he just fell short. 20 to his 50.
The man who has been at the background, not getting game time, the former captain is finally back.
Mustafa Yusuf gets off the mark with that single
to bring us to 141.
And just the last ball of the over and of the game, oh sorry, I beg your pardon, of the innings. Chuma Akachukwu misses that. And Sunil will be happy with himself that the team, in a way, has put Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club under 145. Shehu, do you think what Sunil planned and envisaged is what he has?
No, the two captains, what they planned did not go according to plans. For Captain Chuma Akachukwu, who faced the last ball coincidentally, planned to score 160 and above, but couldn't get it, got 141. Captain Sunil Richpal planned to reduce Ibeju Cricket Club 1 to about 100 or 110, but they eventually got 141. And now they know the brief, and the brief is simple. They need 142 in 20 overs or less. And talking about what is required, before I come to the batting summary, David Abibode, 57 runs off 51 balls. Daniel Agiekum, 37 off 40. And of course, Prosper Hussaini, 10 of 13, and that is for batting side. And for the bowling side, Suni Kumar Richpal, 2 wickets for 13 in 3 overs. Taiwo Mohammed and Rafiq, 1 wicket apiece, but Taiwo conceding 39 runs in 4 overs, and Rafiq conceding 18 runs in 4 overs. That is how the first innings have been. We shall be back for the second innings. The brief is 7.1 per over. It is doable, but will Team Ibeju allow Island Titans to get another one over them? I've always said that at this tournament in the Super 6, nobody has done a double over their opponent except for Island Titans Cricket Club, who did a double over Foundation Cricket Club in their last weekend game. Will Ibeju get the sweeter victory over Island Titans Cricket Club, making it look like what happened between AC Milan and Inter Milan in the Italian Serie A, where Inter Milan defeated AC Milan right there at San Siro to lift the 20th Italian Serie A title? Or will Island Titans spoil the party for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club? We'll be back for the second innings. Don't go anywhere.
And after witnessing 120 bowls in just 1 hour 25 minutes, Allied Titans, who won the toss and elected to bowl first, were only able to put Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club for 20 overs, taking 4 wickets, and Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1 had to put up a total of 141 runs on the board, with David top scoring with 57 of 51 balls, and closely followed by Daniel Ajeku, 37 of 40, and Hussein Prosper, 30 of 13 balls. Sunil Kumar led the pack as the captain of the side, and he had 3 wickets, 2 wickets, 13 runs in 3 overs. And that was what happened in the first innings of the game. And you could imagine what is required for Allen Titans Cricket Club to take the second innings of this game, as what they require will be 142, technically 7.56 runs per over. That might be like a tall order, but nothing is impossible that can't be done. And the umpires for today still remains the same. Wale Adekoya and Sukomi Dedele. And there's going to be a slight change in the batting order of Allen Titans Cricket Club. Suleiman Rusaway is the traditional opening batter, but today you don't have a Zain. Rather, you have Itwa Lekki coming in as an opening pair with Suleiman Rusaway. And there you have it, 142 runs required in 120 balls. So the way and manner at which they might be approaching this game might be what would determine the way Allen Titans might win this game. And who else to open the bowling for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club if not Mustafa Yusuf, the traditional opening bowler, who actually had to... This is his first game he's playing in the Super 6, and technically the most important one. So they're actually having all the bowling arsenal at their disposal today. Falls ball straight on the ground towards covers. For just a single. I beg your pardon, no run actually. Maybe I'm just so eager to see how Suleiman Rusaway and Itwa Lekki would approach this game. On the ground, straight, that's the first run. Off the mark is Suleiman Rusaway. Off the second ball. And what a way to start. Temperature has risen to around the 38 degrees. It's a little bit humid here. Almost everybody on the field, outside the field, I beg your pardon, even in the pavilion, has put off their shirts one way or the other. So you can imagine how hot it is for fielders in the field. I still have with me on the mics Sheun Ajidaba.
Thank you very much, Abami. I want to see what a game we have on our hands. You require 7.17 per over for Island Titans to bring it home. It was Lekki and Suleiman Rusaway batting.
Mustafa Yusuf coming from around the wicket for Itwa Lekki. Very well bowled there by Mustafa Yusuf. Vastly experienced opening bowler for his side. He was a former captain. He knows what it means to win laurels. And he'll be helping his side to technically clinch what might probably be a record, I think closely to 19 or 20 trophies for Ibeju Lekki, show if I'm right.
White ball.
Friday.
It was lucky. We'll be hoping to be lucky in the batting crease. Last weekend against FCC was on 100% strike rate, faced 9 balls, scored 9 runs. Oh, classic shot. Sheye gives it a chase. Effort looks like it's going to be in futility, but lovely chase by the veteran himself, Sheye Olympio.
That will be seen over and over in the replay. That was a lovely chase there by Sheye. We thought that ball was going to race to the boundary. Just look at it. And Sheye just pushed his body in and stopped that ball. That is a classic fielding there by the fitness coach of the Nigerian Cricket Federation's male side.
What's your excuse? Share doing some great things.
Appeal for LBW declined there by the umpire Sukomi Odedele. That was definitely drifting down the leg side. 1 ball left to be bowled. Show this fielding will be headlines. We know in every social media and groups, Sheye would not allow everyone to rest over that fielding. He did.
You know, Sheye is just practicing what he's preaching. We always say in human kinetics and health education that there's a difference between you being fit and you being physically fit. Everybody is fit, but not everyone is physically fit.
Nothing. Umpire Sukomi Odedele declined that. So you're saying Sheye is physically fit?
Yeah, so in human kinetics and health education, we talk about fitness to be your ability to just move around and do things. But when you are physically fit, is your ability to do your work without undue fatigue and still have enough energy for unforeseen contingencies. So these cricketers are playing the game of cricket. It's very painstaking, it's very stressful, and they finish this game of cricket and they still have enough energy to do other things like get home to prepare meals or get home to go and still do some other things. So Sheye is a fitness coach, and he just practiced that with that excellent fielding of his.
End of the first over as it's 4 runs on the board. It's 138 needed in 144 balls. At this point, Sean, they need a boundary per over. If you can't score the runs off every ball, you just need to keep going a boundary per over. And into the attack from the cut of appeal end is the man who has the biggest 6 in today's game, Hussein Prosper. Man who cleared that fence off that ball. It's interesting to say, Sean, even as much as he played that 6, I thought you were going to scream like you used to do, but yet you just gave him one word, the biggest 6 in the game.
Some of these things comes with mood. It was a maximum that is worthy of commendation, but not just in the mood to scream today. Oh, lovely backup.
Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, known for their fitness, doing extremely well, keeping it tight. Good ball in there by Prosper Hosseini, but they'll go for a single. Ooh, would that race to the boundary? No. There's protection there. The batters wanted to take advantage of that throw, but Lucky Utwa said, no, let's stay back.
That was good backup there from James Chukwu. Else that ball would have raced for extra runs that could have been avoided. While trying to aim at the wicket, usually it's wise to have people backing you up.
Trying to have a cut off his bat, the tip of the bat. He's trying to have a cut, which Chelemania helped him out with his stick. That doesn't look advisable. But back to the game. 5 runs already on the board. Little bit of a field setting, and they were trying to take a breather. Only two protections that Prosper Hosseini has on the ropes are backward of square, deep, I beg your pardon, deep square leg and third man. Really wondering what's going on the field today. The umpire has finally intervened and asking Utwa, what is going on? We need to get on with this game. You can't just be delaying us. Straight towards deep square leg, where they'll go for a single.
The stress of always switching sides when you have a right hand batter and a left hand batter can sometimes be very stressful.
No is the call. Interesting to say, Sheo, it's more like the Ibeju duck out are the ones cheering from almost every ball, and the Island Titans duck out has just been quiet.
Oh, one day, classic. That's what Sulaiman Rushewe will offer you. Maybe they are just saving the best for the last, holding their breath until when they start to do what is required. Don't forget that what is required, they are still not meeting up. But that boundary was needed of that bowling.
Push towards the leg side. Will they come back for two?
They will go for two.
That should be 2 comfortable runs. Good running in between the wickets by these batters. And what a way to end the over. 6 runs off 2 balls takes the tally to 12.
And they do have a conversation. It was Lucky and Sulaiman Rushewe. They need 136 runs in 110 balls in Indian Premier League, Tata IPL, which is in the 17th edition. This is achievable.
Back into the attack from the pavilion end is Mustafa Yusuf. He's coming to bowl his second over, and I must say that Osint Prosper's over was quite a little bit expensive. Pulling across the line of the batter. Mustafa bowls in swing, so his ball to Itwa Lucky will turn to an outswing. And I'm looking at his field setting. He decides to put both mid-off and mid-on in the 30-yard circle. And with the approach Itwa is having, he might be probably having to think of taking those guys back straight towards mid-wicket. We don't now chance. Itwa Lucky is very slow with the running. He needs to run fast. And the way, I must say, the way and manner at which Itwa Lucky has been playing today is like his body language has just been saying otherwise. He just seems like he's not in this game. He plays as if he's just been first to play the game. If he knows he wasn't emotionally or psychologically ready for this game, he should have just dropped himself and allowed somebody else to take his place.
Early days yet. Let's see whether Itwa Lucky will pick himself. Don't forget how Daniel Ajekun started. He started like an house on fire, but gradually built himself to score 37 runs off 40 balls.
Now this is a very interesting field setting for Sulaiman Russell, where he has mid-off, covers point, backward of point, find third man, a little bit of a push towards square leg, where Chuma Kachuku is just saying no run. He has I'm talking about Mustafa's field setting. He has mid-on, mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket, and shortish fine. Sulaiman goes over.
Oh, that's him. That's Sulaiman for you. Classic batting from Sulaiman. He understands the brief. He knows what is required. He knows in every over they need a boundary or two. And that was classic shot there.
Perfectly timed, perfectly shuffled out into the middle of the bat. And all he needed to do was play off the pace, which has just given him a boundary.
White ball. They need Sulaiman to stay in the batting crease for as long as he can, and him staying there means there's going to be a serious fight in today's context. .38 is the current run rate. They need to push it up a little to still stick to the current run rate, but with Sulaiman Russell, we're still in the middle. Anything is quite doable. Last ball of the third over. In the last game Sulaiman played against Foundation Cricket Club, he scored 52 runs off 29 balls. And that was against Foundation Cricket Club, which included 9 fours, had no 6. I was on a strike rate of 179.31.
2 balls left in this over. Beg your pardon. I actually said it was the last ball, but I just got a confirmation that it was 2 balls left. Oh, so lucky.
Better from Mustafa.
So lucky there, Sulaiman Russell. That ball beat everything beatable. I think I was actually quite right. That was the last ball of the over. So my calculations and my mathematics are still quite right. It's 18 runs on the board, no wickets. 3 overs gone.
Island Titans Cricket Club are just 3 runs short of what Ibeju achieved after 3 overs in the first innings. Ibeju at this stage was on 21 for loss of no wickets. Island Titans are 18 for loss of no wickets. Let's see what the next 3 overs will be after the power play. Quite surprising that the captain had to allow Prosper Hosseini to just bowl 1 over before taking over the responsibility of bowling, and is coming from the Court of Appeal end.
Probably looking to save him for some penultimum overs where he might be required to use 1 pace bowler, because he has just 3 pace bowlers in this team today: Chima Akachuku, Hussein Prosper, and Mustafa Yusuf. His spins option are Sheye Olympio, Daniel Ajeku, and Miracle, and also Ridwan Abdul Karim. The wicketkeeper who has a broken finger. I think at this point in time they might be considering changing keepers. He's still in pains. At this point in time, I'm still looking at the wicketkeeper. He's so much in pains. I think the physio of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club might be considering having a replacement, because if he continues with this pain, he might just have to endure for 20 overs. And at this point, he might not be able to hold on to the balls regularly. Itwa has been dotting a lot of balls. He's dotted 8. He has faced 8 balls, only scored 4 runs. Sheo, do you think this is a good strategy to bring Itwa Loki up the order? If you were Island Titans captain, would you have brought in probably a man who could hit the boundaries, pop someone like Taiwo Mohammed or Sheson Adedeji up the order?
No. The game they lost against GCI, it was Nazim Sheikh who opened batting with Sulaiman Rushewell, and he dotted lots of balls. And their previous game against Foundation Cricket Club, Itwa Lucky and Sulaiman opened batting. But maybe you were considering an Elijah Olale to open batting with Sulaiman.
That's another option, Sheo.
Knowing that both batters
are familiar foes with each other, coming all the way from Ibadan.
And apart from that, play together at under 19.
Four dots balls in this over. Are we going to be seeing a maiden over? This might be costly for Island Titans. If you have a maiden in your chase of 142, nicked towards third man where you have Mustafa Yusuf, and they'll just go for a single.
There was no dot ball no maiden over in the first innings. And up until now, there's still no maiden over. That could have been a maiden over up until that penalty made ball.
Last ball of the first over.
They need approximately 7 per over. And those dot balls. Ladies and gentlemen, maximum! Teaching Itwa Lucky how to bat. That was exquisite. That was brilliant. That was ingenious. coming from Nigeria's opening batter, sending that ball for the 6. See that again on replay, and you will be proud about that shot.
Any day, anytime.
Any day, anytime. That was a classic shot.
Well, what to me was fascinating was the shape up he had about that particular ball. He knew where he was going to bowl that ball. He waited for it at the angle. He's quite familiar with Chuma Akachuku. The director is just look at him. He was first on the middle stump, then he moved to the off stump. Perfectly timed it. He knew the ball was going to be an out volley at that point in time. All he needed to do was time it into the middle of the bat, and that has raced all the way to the boundary for 6. As Allen Titans now at 25 for the loss of no wickets in 4 overs.
Can we say this is the first 6 of many to come? We just wait and see. That was perfectly timed by Sulaiman Rushewe, who in the last game scored 52 runs off 29 balls, included 9 fours, and there was no 6. But today he broke that jinx by sending the captain of Ibeju for that maximum. What a way to bring that over to a halt. They are currently on 6.25, and what is required is 7.31. I'm sure that would afford Lekki the opportunity to think about what he's doing in the batting crease. That the more we continue to dot balls, the more pressure we pile on the team, and they don't want to go the route of what happened some 2 weeks ago when they played against Government College about the Old Boys Cricket Club. Those dot balls ensured that they lost that game. And a team like Government College by the Old Boys Cricket Club will also look at the game they lost against Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, that they had too many dot balls. But for those dot balls, it was a game they should comfortably win. But like we just say, we live to fight another day. There's always the Super 4, which is a knockout competition. Bring it on.
Prosper saying into the attack now from the pavilion end. He has Lekki Itwa to contend with. Just like you said, Itwa needs to now use his batting senses to understand that he needs to play an anchor for Sulaiman Rushewe. Push that straight on the ground. They will take a single for that. And at this point, I think the brief is clear. The moment Khan entered, he told, I think the discussion would have been, Itwa, anchor for Sulaiman. Let Sulaiman take the danger. Let him hit those boundaries that we need. If he stays there for at least within the power play and they are close to around the 38-39 region, they will be comfortable chasing down.
Itwa too can also bat. Former player of Government College Ugeli Cricket Club.
Talking about Government College Ugeli, they narrowly escaped relegation in the first half of the league. They played all their games, just won 2 games and lost 5. Pretty much, I beg your pardon, lost 6.
Government College Ugeli used to be a very force to be reckoned with.
The ball must have brushed off the pads of the, I think it's the pads or the tie pad of Sulaiman Rushewe, because that ball was on the leg side. I was expecting the umpires to signal a wide. On the ground, they should take a single for this. Sulaiman feels a little bit distraught with himself. He thought he had an opportunity to hit for us to the boundaries, asking for a bat. I think he wants to change his bat. But interesting to say, Sean, you hit a 6 with that bat, and now you want to change the bat you hit a 6 with. What could have changed within that same period?
Sometimes, you know, some of the things that do happen is you change a bat, or you require another helmet, or you do something, and before you say Jack Robinson, you eventually lose your wicket.
And the bat he is changing now happens to be the bat that was presented to them by the president of the Nigerian Cricket Federation, during the send forth of or the retirement party of Onikoye Ademola, there were selected national team players that actually had that new bat, and that bat has actually paid off well. Most of the batters who have used that bat said that that bat is one of the best they have used in a long while.
Onikoye's retirement was 2 weeks ago. Ibeju did not play last week. Maybe you can talk about Prosper Hussaini using the bat well. You can't say that about Ridwan Karim. Oh, 4 runs any day, anytime. That's what they need him to do consistently. That's what they need him to do consistently. From a lefty to another lefty, or call it a southpaw.
Sheon, those numbers looks quite familiar.
What numbers look familiar?
The numbers on the runs: 31 for loss of no wickets in 5 overs. Ibeju Lekki were around the 30 mark at this point. They were a little bit higher in terms of 36 runs, 5 runs higher than Island Titans.
No, they can't be. Ibeju, as at 6 overs, was on 36. Ibeju was on 36 after 6 overs. So if they are 31 after 5 overs, I'm talking about after the power play.
I'm talking about 5 overs, Sheon, not 6 overs.
No, I'm calculating after power play.
So if you're calculating about after power play, yes, you're saying the right thing. But I'm talking about 5 overs. That's why I said the numbers are actually quite similar.
Yeah.
Ibeju were 33 for the loss of no wickets in 5 overs, and after the power play they were 36.
Oh.
So which means
Absol-
the numbers are quite still the same.
My hands are up for you.
Thank you very much.
My hands are
Finally,
up.
I won the battle. Oh yeah. Who's gonna be bowling the power play over? It's the captain, Chuma Akachukwu. I'm never gonna forget this moment, Shio. I finally won the battle of you.
Yep, absolutely spot on with that. That means we are keeping tabs of what is actually going on. It's a very, very interesting game. The current run rate is 6.20 and what is required is 7.40. They need boundary per over, and later they'll be talking about boundaries if possible.
Salaman Rosewe is 19 of 15 balls. Chuma Akachukwu into the attack. Up in the air, would that go over the 30th circle? Yes. Would that still race to the boundary? No, cut off. And they go for 2 rounds. This man needs to stay for his side. Island Titans will be hoping he's there for another 10 overs. If he's there for 10 overs, he might be looking at his 50. Just a single might be taken off that.
Daniel Ajekun must understand that his wicket keeper has a problem with his fingers. So what are you trying to do? You want to further compound the woes of your wicket keeper. We know it's the safest place, but don't further break the fingers. I know you have wicket keepers who can take over, but except you want to send your wicket keeper to the boundary or to the pavilion.
Or even to the hospital.
To the hospital. It was needless. The run has been taken, but again, Itwa must understand that he needs to run quickly.
You're definitely right, Sharon. He needs to understand that it takes 2 to run and he has to run fast. Straight up the ground, but that might just be safe. Just within the 40-yard region. And now showing familiar numbers, 36, 5.3. It just looks like Island Titans might go a bit higher at this point after power play. 6.36, 7.38. 107 needed in 87 balls.
And the most important thing is that off the bowling of Chima Akachuku, they are scoring run, unlike what they were doing before where they were dotting balls.
Oh, Sheon, what word do you have for this shot?
This is what we call a glance shot. And you know, each time I remember shots like this, one name comes to mind from Sri Lanka. He's retired, Tikaraknil Dilshan, and that's why they call it Dil Scoop. Can we see it again on replay for you to appreciate that shot? Lovely classic shot there. Oh, there was no need to move at all.
No need to move, you say, Sheon. That was perfectly timed into the middle of the bat. Oh, again, will that race to the boundary?
Back-to-back fours.
Sheon, Sulaiman Rusewe is so much in form. I'm not quite surprised because Chuma Akachuku and Sulaiman Rusewe started their cricket in the Liberty Stadium in Ibadan. And these two are familiar foes with each other. So you can imagine how Sulaiman Rusewe is taking apart Chuma Akachuku.
Sulaiman is doing to Chima what David did to Karim. This is absolutely the best over for Island Titans Cricket Club. They have overachieved in this over, and I'm saying it that Chima will be thinking about what he's doing presently, and he wants to do something differently. Let's see what happens.
Lovely thinking by Sulaiman Rusewe. He knew it was the very last ball. He needs to face the next over, and that is what he has done. Sheon, just look at the projection now. And after 6 overs, Island Titans are 43 for the loss of no wicket compared to what Ibeju were. They were 36 for the loss of no wicket after the power play. And it's safe to say that Island Titans are up on the mark. And Friday Udo is on the rope, talking to Mustafa Yusuf, who might probably be thinking of bowling the next.
I thought he said Friday Udo wants to get in.
Nah, Friday Udo, he takes a new role in the Ibeju lineup. He's taking the, I think he's their welfare manager.
Yeah, Friday Udo also has been given a job by the Nigerian Cricket Federation. He is currently the regional development officer here in Lagos. And so his job is to raise cricketers that will play the game of cricket in Lagos. Don't forget, Lagos used to be the home of cricket. And that's the new assignment of Friday Udo in ensuring that it's not as if there is a competition, but we surpass what is happening currently in Edo State, where it seems to be the hub for cricket.
Change of bowling for Ibeju Lekki from the pavilion end. You have Ridwan Abdul Karim. I won't be surprised to see Shaya Olympio bowling from that end. Remember the last time Ibeju played, Shaya took 5 wickets, which to us it was very, very strange because we never expected him to have actually taken 5 wickets. But now bringing Ridwan Abdul Karim, which means he has used 3 of his pace bowlers. Now he's going to his spin bowlers, which means probably for the next couple of overs we will be seeing spin bowling.
He has Ridwan to bowl, he has Daniel Ajekum, and he has Sheye Olympio. He has options. So he has Miracle.
Now the interesting part is this, Sheon. If we could just look at this, just look at from this region, so much room for Sulaiman Rusewe to walk 1-2 and get his run. But do not forget, Sulaiman needs to be wary of.
That's one any day, anytime. There's nobody there protecting.
Just I was about to say that Sulaiman Risawe needs to be wary of the googly being bowled by Ridwan Abdul Karim. He draws those googly once in a while. This is a tough game. They need to find a way to break this partnership, because this partnership looks a little bit much dangerous. The longer they stay in that middle, the dangerous they become. It's well Lekki on strike. Wide ball. Signal
Even from
there.
here, I can see that's a wide. He was trying to keep the ball away from the batter, but in the process, give away a wide. And eventually gets the wicket of Itwa Lekki. One down.
Off stump Bills was just flying. Itwa Lekki played that casually, mistimed the googly. Bowled there by Ridwan Abdul Karim. And now Island Titans have lost their first wicket in just 6.3 overs, as it's 46 for 1. But yes, the man who they would have loved to take out is still in there. And Sheil, this partnership now is the partnership I was talking about that should have faced the first power play. But yet, these two are now in the crease. Sulaiman Risawe and Elijah Olaleya are the two batters in. It's interesting to say these two started their cricket as well from Liberty Stadium in Ibadan, or your state. So you can imagine what this partnership, and interesting to say also, Sheil, these two were the opening pairs in terms of batting for the under-19 team for Nigeria.
And that was at the historic World Cup in South Africa. Unfortunately, we were pitted in a group of death. Australia, West Indies and England, former winners of the World Cup at under-19 level. Precious wickets. Karim into his first over, getting a wicket. Oh, missed opportunity.
That should be 5 runs. That should be 5 runs. The first one was completed. Now let's see what the run is from our own end here. They completed the first run. The question is, were they able to complete the second run before that ball hits the boundary? That is a question to ask. And you can see Chuma Akachuku is so angry about Ridwan Abdul Karim throwing that ball. And I think the confirmation will be 5 runs, as the scorer and the umpires have had a communication. So it's a run completed and that overthrow that went to the boundary, making it 5 runs in just what should have been 1 run. $51 for 1 in 6.5 overs. This is becoming interesting, Sheil.
Very, very interesting. But again, I have to honestly say that the captain of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club won. There's too much drama in everything he does. A game is still going on. When you chastise a player, it has a way of psychologically affecting them. Somebody is doing well, he made a mistake. Yes, you could correct, but you know, the drama is usually too much. And you're talking about a Ridwan Karim. No matter what you say about him, he might be playing for the senior national team of Nigeria. He's still young, and those youthful exuberance would definitely come at some point in time. That's a very good over for him. He got a wicket, but you know, I don't know. It's just my assessment about the things. You should be taking a cursory look at yourself. The over you bowled was much more costlier for the team. Was much more costlier, and nobody was able to chastise you. So you have to calm down, knowing that a game is still on.
Sheye Olympio now into the attack from the cut of appeal end. I'm not really quite surprised that they brought Sheye Olympio into the attack, because they need him to take wickets for his side. So that's definitely what he will be here to do. Now, this is what you expect. This is a similar scenario that happened in the first over when Sunil was bowling and David went to chase the ball and the umpire has to declare the wide. Sulaiman Rusewe did this now and the umpire didn't declare a wide. So it has to be consistency between the two umpires. On the ground, just for a single.
So the drama that you saw from Sulaiman was, you could see how I was standing, that I chased the ball, I could not get it. It was far away from me. And so what was the reason why I didn't get that as a wide? But like we always say, umpire sees it better.
Lovely shot there towards deep mid-wicket. They're thinking for going for the second, and they will take 2 comfortable runs. This pair is what Island Titans will be hoping up. Still talking about Chumas Akachukwu's attack. Now look at him. He has just changed the field on the rope and taken himself down. Psychologically, this might be affecting his fielders. He needs to find a way to encourage his fielders not to
but on this, you can't blame him for that. That should be 1 run, but 1 becoming 2 is totally unacceptable, and that's why he had to bring himself in.
Sheon, this is Ridwan Abdul Karim. And you were right. Psychologically, it's already affecting him. Let's see that again on the replay. Just look at it. He could have held on to that ball, but it went in between his legs. And I think it's beginning to affect him psychologically. That little bit of discussion him and Chuma Akachukwu had. Straight. But no run taken.
Good stop there by David Abibode, the best batter for Ibeju. Lovely pickup from Prosper Hussaini, and that has brought us to the end of the 8th over. $57 for 1.
I think it's going to be 58, Sheon. They took the last ball was a single, so it's going to definitely be 58 for 1. Oh, I beg your pardon, 57. Yeah, you're actually correct. 57 for 1. And who's going to be bowling from the cut of, I beg your pardon, from the pavilion end is Ridwan Abdul Karim. On the ground straight, they'll take a single. Can they come back for 2? And they'll take him on a run out chance. Good running in between the wickets. That's a perfect run in there. Shehu taking Mustafa Yusuf on.
But I was surprised that the first one wasn't quick. I was still going to complain about the first one not being quick. But how 1 became 2 is quite surprising, and you have to credit the risk that was taken by Island Titans.
Take another single. Can they go back for the 3rd? No, this
No,
time.
you don't want to try that with Prosper Hussaini.
Moreover, the ball was a little bit straighter to Prosper Hussaini, so it's best you just take a single with that.
The current run rate has jacked up from what is required. They are now on 7.13 as against 7.08.
Very well played by Suleiman, but no is the call by Monday Elijah. I beg your pardon, Olale Elijah.
Monday Elijah belongs to GCI. Plays it up. Can they go for 2? Yes, they do. But that was a lovely run chase there by David Abibode. That will race for 4.
Sean, this is the partnership that Allen Titans are hoping for. Just look at that late cut back foot, gave himself room. There was nothing that backward point and points could do, or Solomon could do, was just, I beg your pardon, Miracle could do, was just race and chase that ball and had gone all the way to the boundary for 4.
And that is the end of that over.
It's going to be 68 runs on the board, Shale. 68 on the board, 1 wicket. I beg your pardon, 67 on the board, 1 wicket. And 9 overs gone.
After 9 overs, Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1 was on 54 for loss of no wicket. Now they are on 67 for loss of 1 wicket. Sulaimon Rushewe and Olaleye Elijah batting. Sheye Olympio bowling.
Just a single will be taken. Good piece of fielding there by
Daniel Agekum.
Agekum, yeah. This is becoming an interesting game, Sean. With the way things are going, we might be seeing this game go towards the last over. That should be a wide ball. Yes, signal there by the umpire, Wale Adekoya. On the ground, that will be a single.
So all they need to do now is to continue to take those singles and don't bother about the boundaries. Once they are taking the singles, they can dictate the pace of the field. Oh, this is brilliant. They will go for 2. They are the ones dictating how Ibeju are going to field. And that was ingenious from Sulaimon Rushewe.
Very ingenious. And look at it now, Sean. They're 72 for 1. They know they need to get to 100 before the 12th or the 15th over. The moment they're 100, they know they have a limited runs with 9 wickets at hand. Means they can actually get that target for 142.
Knowing that they still have batters. They still have batters like Taiwo Mohammed. They have Rafiq. They have Zaid. They have Rashid. They have Sunil. But their prayer is to have these 2 play up until about the 15th overs.
Exactly, Sean, which give them enough room to actually have. Now, this is where the trickish part is. You need to be careful of the number of dot balls you're going to be having. You need to have lesser dot balls so that it doesn't pile up towards the last 5 overs of the game. Back foot straight towards long off.
But you know what these people are doing.
For this, Sean. They should be able to take 2.
They will definitely.
Long off was sloppy, long was sluggish, and they take 2 comfortable runs. And after the end of the 10th over, Sean, just look at it. They will be 75 for 1. This is becoming a game that everyone was hoping to see and hoping to have a crack at. 75 for 1 after 10 overs. 67 runs required, Sean, in 60 balls. This is now the kind of cricket that we love to see. This is why the game is regarded as the league decider, because it could go any way Wait, just look at it, Sean. 67 runs required in 60 balls.
Mustafa Yusuf bowled 2 overs, 8 dot balls, 10 runs, no wicket, 5.00 economy rate. Prosper Hussaini 2 overs, 5 dot balls, 14 runs, no wicket, 7.00. Chima Akachukwu 2 overs, 4 dot balls, 20 runs, no wicket, 10.00 economy rate. Ridwan Karim 2 overs, 5 dot balls, 17 runs, 1 wicket, 8.50 economy rate. And Sheye Olympio 2 overs, 3 dot balls, 14 runs conceded, no wicket, 7.00. The fall of wicket, the first wicket fell when they were on 46 runs and they have given away 4 extras. For the batting, Sulaiman Rushewe, wicket keeper, national team player, Nigeria's opening batter, still on 38 runs not out of 29 balls, which included 4 fours and 1 6 on strike rate of 131.03. Itualoki is out, faced 17 balls and scored 11 runs, 64.71. Olaleye Elijah is on 22 runs not out after facing 14 balls, 157.14. They've still got Rafiq Mohammed, Suni Kumar, Richmal, the captain, Zain Awan, Sheson Adedeji, Rashida Bolari, Taiwo Mohammed, Venkat Sundram, and Ayoku Karim. What a game we have on our hands. We shall be back for the second innings, or talking about this concluding part of the second innings. That was what I meant to say. And look at the partnership. Sulaiman Rushewe and Itualoki, 39 balls they faced, scored 46 runs. Sulaiman Rushewe and Olaleye Elijah have scored 29 runs and have faced 21 balls.
"67 runs required in 60 balls. I think at this point in time, any cricketer who knows how to do mathematics knows that they just need 2 boundaries within these balls, and that might actually make things tally for their side. Miracle is the new bowler coming in from the pavilion end. He will be looking to continue what Ridwan Abdulkarim, who was doing, probably do a little bit much better, cutting off those extras, cutting off those runs. But as you can see, Sulaiman Rushewe and Olaleye Elijah are currently doing exactly what is required in terms of batting, with Rushewe 38 of 29 balls and Olaleye Elijah 22 of 14 balls. And after that 5 minutes break, we now have a very huge game in our hands. This might go any way, and this might go either way. Pushed towards Slaves. Will that race to the boundary? There's no protection there. Sheye has to chase that down, but they will take 2 comfortable runs. I'm quite surprised that you're using a spinner without Slaves or fine leg. I beg your pardon, either Slaves or third man. You should move Sheye towards either Slaves or third man, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fielders already been protected. This field settings by Chuma Akachukwu is a little bit questionable, and now he has just readjusted the field sets. And now Miracle is actually having a discussion on the ground, straight off to Mustafa Yusuf here at Lang on for just a single. 2 runs already, 3 runs, I beg your pardon, already in just 2 balls. Can they push up that tally to tally up with what they would require? Back foot straight towards Chuma Akachukwu at covers. No run taken. Oh, lovely shot. After putting Sheye there, took Sheye away, and now they have to go back for 2 runs. I don't know what is wrong with either the bowler or the wicket or the captain. He just moved, he kept Sheye there after the second ball and moved Sheye on the third ball, and now the runs have been taken back there. He needs to use his brain at this point in time. Now he has moved square leg to slips, and now you have an opening at the leg region, at the on region, and now you could see they're trying to convert those balls now to the leg side. At this point in time, I'm asking myself this question: why are you having Daniel Ajeku at backward of deep square leg when you could easily move Daniel Ajeku in when you have protection at deep mid wicket and long on? You should have moved Daniel Ajeku in. What a way to play, and good lovely shots there by Elijah, just playing a single, and what a single to end that over. Shea now into the attack from the cut of appeal end, as Allen Titans are now 81 for 1. Full over the bowler's head. They will take 1 run with this. With the way things are going, I'm probably seeing this game get into the last over, as current run rate is 7.3. Required now has dropped to 6.36. 60 runs required in 53 balls. Still that 7 runs margin in between. These 2 batters will just need to take 1 over on and probably hit the 14 runs in that over. That's what might be required. Go straight down, but just a single will be taken again. The singles are just piling up. Yes, the ball is ticking. That's what that matters most. But to Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, they will be happy that the boundaries are not coming, because this might give them a little bit of breather along the line of this game. Straight on the ground again. I beg your pardon, Longoff has been so busy in the last couple of balls. Every time Sheye has bowled, Longoff has been busy.
Sheye Olympio into his 3rd over. Still in search of his wicket for today. And that's a wide ball. 1 extra run.
Cuts that 7 runs margin to 6. Now it's 58. Oh, I beg your pardon, it's going to be 57 now, or 51 balls with that wide. Goes big, goes straight. But Longoff has been busy, Shea. Every time Shea has bowled a ball, each ball has gone straight to long off. And that man has been the most busiest man in this game.
Comfortable 2 runs made there. He had to take out his pads, his batting pads.
Ready? Solomon! Talk to your bowler. Meet the batter. Talk to your bowler. You don't have a problem with the batter.
I cannot actually understand how Suleiman is feeling right now. The temperature is really quite humid here. Even at the pavilion, it shows because a lot of few players have actually pulled off their shirts.
That's Olaleye Elijah, and that's a lovely gesture from the former captain of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1 in person of Mustafa Yusuf, also turning himself into a mini physio. That's what cricket is known for. We love to see gestures like this. I hope he's not suffering from cramp.
It would be understandable if he's suffering from cramps, because based on how this temperature is, it's quite a little bit humid, and you can imagine how fluids get out of people's body so quickly. But interesting to share, just look at the current run rates. They are 7.44 and required has dropped to 6.61. 54 runs required in 49 balls.
And when you look at the partnership between Elijah Olaleye and Suleiman Rushewe, this duo have combined to face 54 balls, and they have scored a total of 74.
Well, I beg your pardon, Sheon. That's the partnership between the two of them. They have actually both faced 32 and scored 42 runs. So what you did was a summary of all their runs combined together. So in this contribution, Suleiman has actually contributed 11 of 11. Elijah has contributed 29 of 21 balls.
Thank you very much for that correction. The last good ball to be bowled for us to come to the end of the 12th over. We are waiting for umpire's decision.
I think the umpire signaled that the ball hits his pads. And that brings us to the end of the 12th over. Showing 88 runs on the board. Interestingly, this is now going to be the most important 8 overs of this game. Remember, he still has one bowler left. He has 2 overs for himself. That's Chuma Akachuku has 2 overs left. Mustafa Yusuf has 2 overs left. Hussein Prosper has 2 overs left. So between the quickies, there is 6 overs to be bowled.
Miracle! Miracle, be it again now.
Akigbe Miracle into the attack from the pavilion end.
He needs a miracle to break this partnership.
And if he breaks this partnership, you can imagine who's going to come in next. That will either be Sheson Adedeji or Taiwo Mohammed.
Oh, intelligently played there by Suleiman. And they go for 3 runs. Lovely chase there. Suleiman gradually inching closer to scoring 50 runs to join the class of 50. And as a second player, as the first player to score 50 in 2 games. He did that against FCC. Can he do it against Ibeju, against his former employers, and a game he has longed to play from the first time this fixture was made?
That should be a wide ball. You know, Sheon, talking about first time, it will be interesting. Island Titans has done it. They've beaten FCC twice in this 2023-2024 season. Can they beat Ibeju again in the 2023-2024 season? This will be an interesting one. That should take a single there. That should be a bye. I think it was, the umpire says otherwise. Probably he played it on the ground for a single.
Looks as if before the 15th over or even the 14th over, Island Titans might get to 100. They are 93 for 1.
That's safe. That should be safe. He will just take a single off that. Good controlled shots there by Suleiman Rosewe. He knew it, there was protection at the boundary. All he needed to do was just hit it straight. And that was just blocked for just a single, which takes his tally to 46.
47?
Oh, I beg your pardon, 47. Double. A much needed dot ball at this point in time, but yet the game has still not opened. Shell, just look at it, 48 or 45. Can they close up that tally to make it 1 run per ball? Back foot, beats points. That should race to the boundary, Shell. That is the much needed boundary that I have talked about in this game. They have finally gotten it. And who other than to give them that run, if not Olaleye Elijah? And that 4 will take Island Titans to 98 for 1 in 12.5 overs. Shell, just look at that back foot shot again.
You have to say that Elijah Olaleye in the first innings did not bowl, but he ran the channels very well. And he ensured that some balls that were supposed to go for boundaries or some runs that were supposed to be 3 or 4, he cut them to 2 or 1. And now with the bat, he's doing justice with the bat.
Oh, missed, and would that race to the boundary? They go for another boundary. That should be a bye for Shell. Back-to-back boundaries. That 4, those 8 runs is very vital in this game. 2 balls has just changed the face of this match. Shell, it's now going to be 102 in 13 overs for just 1 wicket.
Ladies and gentlemen, they've crossed the century mark, and with this, it's game on here at the Tafawa Balewa Cricket Oval. The penultimate game for Island Titans Cricket Club, but the last game in the Super 6 for Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1, the defending champion. They need to win this game if there's any chance of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1 retaining their title. But for Island Titans Cricket Club, their fate is in their hands. If they get to win this game, they will have 1 more game against Federal Government College Warri Old Student Association,
which technically might be the league decider. We thought this was going to be the league decider, but the way the game is going, the very last games of the Super 6 might actually be the one to crown who takes the 2023-2024 Club Cricket Committee Lagos Cricket League season champions.
This game is still not gone yet. Like we always say in cricket, impossibility is nothing. It's still a game within the reach of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1. All they need to do is 1, break this partnership of Suleiman Rushewe and Elijah Olaleye, 2 familiar foes, 2 former players of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1, 2 players who both represented Nigeria at under 19, and they know each other so well. Chima Akachukwu comes into the attack from the Court of Appeal end, and he had to request for an helmet. Suleiman Rushewe. This game has a lot of importance to so many people. 1 day, 4 runs.
And that is 50 for Sulaiman.
Ladies and gentlemen, back-to-back 50 for Sulaiman Rushawe, Nigeria's opening batter and wicket-keeper, showing the bat he was given to the delight of the coach of the national team and the high-performance manager, Steve Tikolo.
Sheon, let's see that way to get to your 50. Perfectly timed into the middle of the bat. He just controlled that shot on the ground. And what a way to get your 50 off a man you are so familiar with, Chuma Akachukwu.
The last game is scored 52 in 29 balls. And today, he has scored it with more balls faced. But he won't care. FCC is not like Ibeju. Ibeju have got decent bowlers. But then, for you to score 50 is a thing of joy. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. And they go for 2.
Sheon, with this 2, it takes them to 108. Current run rate is 0.5. And what is required has dropped down to 5.36. 5.27, I beg your pardon. And now, this is what is interesting, Sheon. The runs needed is now 34 of 40 balls. The runs and the balls have both now gradually dropped. Will they go for 2? Well, this, Shea Olympia is chasing it down. I beg your pardon, Mustafa Yusuf chased it down. And they go for 2 comfortable runs. But now you could actually imagine how it feels like Sulaiman Rusewe is trying to take a breather. And it's 110. I think he's going to have a cramp. Yes, he definitely needs to have a cramp. He's pulling off all his shoes. Let's see that again. That way he got his 50 shell. That's a perfect way to get your 50. Just look at that. Perfectly timed. Waited for the ball. Chuma Akachukwu coming in, bowling a shot of a good length outside the off stump. Lovely timed shot there by Sulaiman Rusewe.
Take a look at the Ibeju fielders. The body language says it all. The body language suggests a team that is looking for restoration, a team looking to rejig, a team looking to restart and pick themselves from that supposed look of defeat. And you can see Sulaiman Rushewe himself and Olale Elijah have combined to score 64 runs after facing 42 balls. Absolutely brilliant from Team Island Titans Cricket Club. Taking it slow and steady. And look at how many bowlers the captain of Ibeju Lekki has used today.
One thing I've always learned in cricket is this: when you're playing a T20, the maximum or the highest you could ever use if it goes according to your plan might be 5. Best case scenario, you use 6. But the moment you're running into the option of a 7th bowler, it means the game is completely falling out of your hands. And you can see Chuma Akachukwu has tried all the options he has, which technically are the bowlers he's going to use all through today's game. And they just seem to be hit most. And who have they hit the most, if not the captain? 28 runs off 2.3 overs, and he has just 4 dot balls.
But then he's the one currently bowling now, and he will be hoping to pick himself up and get back to what we know of Chima Akachukwu.
Sean, let's quickly talk about the table. Now, this is the current table that we have. If Ibeju loses this game, Allied Titans win. Allied Titans go top of the table with 6 points. Now, they have a game against Federal Government College Warri, which means if FGC Warri beats Allied Titans in the last game, FGC Warri goes top of the table to win the league.
If Island Titans even wins, they have double things that they are going to be getting. Not only will they be leapfrogging Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, who are playing their last game, but they will also have a better net run rate. Even despite being in 3rd position, they still have a better net run rate than every other person.
Exactly.
And this victory will take them higher in terms of the net run rate. You can see the body language. The body language of Ibeju says it all. Looking like what is happening? That's the question they are asking themselves, and we are glad to see Sulaiman Rushewe back on his feet. Sulaiman, is he going to play from ball 1 to the final ball? We wait and see.
32 runs required in 39 balls. This is technically more like a run per ball, as what is required now has dropped from 7 to 4.92. At this point, you can say that it's a game for Island Titans to win.
They have the wicket, they have the batters, and the game is going according to plans. Sulaiman and Elijah are rotating the strikes, and they are dictating how Ibeju are going to be fielding.
Chuma Akachukwu with just 3 balls bowled in this over and has conceded
8 runs in
8
this
runs, yes,
in these 3
right,
overs.
In just 3 balls.
Yes.
8 runs. Not strange. These two are quite familiar with each other. Goes big, one-handed. That should be taken comfortably. Shehu, what a way to end your innings after that break.
He has done his bit, and out goes Sulaiman Rushewe. He was just too short of what David Abibode achieved in the first innings, where he scored 57 runs off 51 balls. But it didn't take long for him to score that much runs. He scored 55 in 39 balls.
Shehu, interestingly to say that the man who took that wicket is also David. He knew how important that wicket was. If he had not taken that catch, Sulaiman would probably have surpassed him. But whatever Sulaiman has done in this game, Island Titans will be happy about it, as he has done what is required as an opening batter. And not surprisingly, jersey number 99, Sheson Adedeji, will have to continue with this, because what they now need is 32 runs off 39 balls. Sheon, at this point, it could go anyway. Wickets could fall continuously, or the runs could keep coming.
He has done his bit. Sulaiman Rushewe
And interesting to say, Sheon, the high performance coach Steve Tikolo is going to be happy with what he's seen today, knowing truly well that the Super 6, at some point in time, everybody thought the Super 6 was just the jamboree, that it was going to be an easy roller coaster for Ibeju. I haven't beaten GCI in the very first game of the Super 6, but now it's just going between 4 teams.
Twist and turns.
Twist and turns. Every week, something new just happens. It's just happening. And the interesting part of it, it only happens on a Sunday, not on a Saturday.
They say the gospel is not for Sunday morning alone.
Fresh legs into the crease. Sheson Adedeji. He needs to continue that momentum at which Sulaiman Rushewe and Elijah Olaleye both did.
Better bowling there from Chima Akachukwu. Aside from Itua Lekki, who played for Government College Ugeli, the 3 batters have been former Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1, from Sulaiman Rushewe to Sheson to Elijah Olaleye. They are all former Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1 players.
And not to forget, Sheon, also you have former Ibeju Lekki Cricket player in person of Taiwo Mohammed.
Now, I just limited it to these 3 that we are currently seeing, or that we have seen.
32 runs required in 36 balls. Now, at this point in time, every dot ball will be going to Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, because they need to put that pressure back to Island Titans. And just look at it, I said it during that little slight break. Bringing in your 7th bowler means things are just not going according to plan. And look at who they had to bring in for their 7th bowler from the pavilion end.
That looks like Okeke Bonaventure.
Bonaventure, yes, you're definitely
Izuchukwu.
right. Izuchukwu is the bowler putting on jersey number 49. Now, this is the 7th bowler that Chuma Akachukwu is using in this game. Usually, Ibeju, the highest they've ever done is using 6 bowlers. But in this game, using a 7th bowler means you have utilized all your bowlers, and including your emergency bowlers that you have in the side.
About me, desperate times calls for desperate measures. This is what is required. Izuchukwu is another fantastic bowler, and they will need him to get wicket or dot balls. Good start from Izuchukwu.
What do you think will be Chuma, what running through Chuma's head at this point in time? Do I attack the wicket or do I just get dot balls?
You can see him talking to the bowler. The brief is simple. We need you to get wicket, and if you cannot get wicket, let them continue to dot balls, which will pile pressure on the team.
Can they go for 2? There should be 2 comfortable runs, but they just took the first one slow. Not to forget, these 2 batters run so casual, so they need to do it. You could hear from the comms box that the coach of Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club, Lekki Oyede, is so much screaming loud. He knows how important this game is. It's their very last game of the 2023-2024 season. They don't want to lose, because you started on a winning note. How bad would it be to go and end your Super 6 on a losing note? Appeal for LBW, still not giving, but they will take advantage of that appeal and they will go for a single. Oh no! Sheso Adedeji was so casual in getting into his crease, and the fingers of the umpire is up. How on earth would Sheso Adedeji lose his wicket? That is the most absurd and the most stupidest way to lose his wicket. Just look at that. He took off and then he was just too casual. Just look at him. He was not close to the stumps at all. Just look at it at that point. Sheso Adedeji needs to be blamed, or he should blame himself for losing that wicket.
And you can see on the floor, Elijah Olaleye feeling very sad about the way he lost his fellow batter.